Good morning. It's Krista. And my daughter Taylor's with me today. And my little Monty dog is leaning, having a snooze behind me. So we're here today for daily time investment strategies. All right. So I already did my 10 minutes of writing this morning. I was kind of all over the place. I asked a lot of questions because I didn't really have a clear focus on what I wanted to write about. So I just asked a lot of questions and it was pretty cool. So now we're going to switch over to Facebook. And I actually already just pulled up this video on Facebook Testimonials. So I'm just going to share the sound on the computer and I'm going to start this over again. So this is our first of 2 testimonials. Let's have a listen.
I've been wearing the Neurotech for just over 6 months now. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I have what they call a left-sided functional hemiparesis, which basically gives me a weakness down the left side of my body. It means that I for everything from my smile to the weakness. I have weakness in my left arm, left leg. I stutter with my speech, and I rely completely on a walking stick when out and about. Actually don't walk very far until I'm in a wheelchair. I've been actually wearing the technology for over 6 months, but I decided to try an experiment last night, not wear my tech to bed. I also have fibromyalgia, and so I have a lot of pain that's related to that, and fatigue. This morning I've woken up. I'm quite excited by the fact that when I smile, my weakness is back on my left side. Just because I kind of taken this technology for granted, so I just wanted to document this now because I just wanted to get this on video. So this is me walking without the technology. Climbing the stairs, I've done this without my tech for a long time now, so let's just try this. And then coming down is always quite scary. Just stopped the camera to put my socks on. I completely out of breath from that, but I woke up with twitchy hands and my arm shakes. So I've literally just put the socks back on now. Just got to get my breath back. I can feel my smile coming back already. Actually, my face just amazing. And so now I'll show you the difference. I'll walk again. All right. It's just ridiculous. Just been wearing this for 6 months and I still can't even. Every time I wear this, it just never ceases to amaze me. Oh dear. And back down again. Not stuttering, my speech is clear. I can think straight. Yes, that's just a very small snippet into my life before and after tech, and I'd forgotten the dramatic difference of how it was. But yeah, everything from doing buttons up to cutting meat has just been a nightmare. But yeah, now the tech, it's all good.
Okay, holy smokes. I didn't actually know that was the testimonial that we were going to watch. That's actually a friend of mine that I have met through Vox. So that's incredible. I just have to leave a comment here. What did you think of that?
That was crazy.
It's crazy, right? Jeez. Okay, let's see if we go and find another video. That was bonkers. Okay. Who's this now? Fox Life. Dental. So let's watch this. See what this is. Whoops.
Her to have her.
Okay.
Hi everyone, this is Annabella 5. Dorothy Mongrae. So we're gonna do this Vox Life demo here today. So I'm gonna ask her to have her arms straight like a bar and do a fist with her hand. So I'm gonna come here and slowly tip her on one side, just looking at her stability. Do it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all see how she tilts. So now hop on the insoles. A little more in front. Perfect. These are large, so
Can you see it?
okay. So resist. Wow.
I'm moving my arms.
Yeah. Okay, so let's hop off again. Wow, this is such a difference.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do it again.
No.
And then hop on. Perfect. Resist. Oh my god. Now that is the demo. This is incredible. You see an enormous difference with and without. I hope you guys saw the difference. Have a good day, people.
I always love it when I actually get, in regular times, I get customers to do that a lot. I get the customer to do the demo on their friend or family. And even actually in the summer during COVID, if a couple would come talking to me, I would give them a patch and I would get them to do the demo on each other, give them each a patch. Because when a person does it that doesn't know anything about Vox, it's very impactful for them because they realize that if there is a trick, they don't know what the trick is, right? So I find that's always a good way to go. Okay, now we're going to watch 10 minutes of training. Let's just quickly go here. And we're going to go Team Vaccination. Whoops, Team Vaccination pops up right away. Remember, you could tag your friends and customers in. Oh, I didn't share my screen again. Thank goodness Taylor's here. I'm gonna finish my coffee here today. Okay, share my screen. Okay. Cheese and crackers. Okay, so now let's pick one of these trainings. Let's go. Customers are key. And I'm glad to know that I found out yesterday that it's not my internet or computer. It's Facebook that is a bit wonky right now. Okay, so we're going to watch 10 minutes of this. And my dog might bark because his little sister is outside.
So we're at 20:31, so we're going to kick straight off actually because otherwise we're going to run over time. So I'm hoping we're all, can everyone hear me okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I hope we're all associates on the call tonight. If we're not, then you're too early. You need to come back next Wednesday. No, if you're on the call and you're not an associate and you've come to find out about the tech, we're not covering the tech tonight. This is just an associate training. So what I'd suggest is join next Wednesday where we will be talking about the tech with real life, real stories. But what I would say is go back to the person that's invited you to this, because why wait a week? You want to hear about it now. So get onto a 3-way call with somebody if that's necessary. But basically, next week is more for the one for non-associates. So hopefully all associates. So if you can all keep muted, that would be fantastic. Now, I'm easily distracted, and I don't know whether any of you keep it as gallery view, which means I'm small with a little circle around me, yellow line around me. If you go speaker view, then I'll be really big and that'd be really scary. And you might not like my scarf, but I do. So that doesn't matter. Okay, so we need to have a bit of fun in this business. And we all share the same platforms, which means that our communication can be really good with everybody, which is great. But we do need to just state a few things. And one of them is that if we have a situation where there's somebody we don't know and they might make a particular comment, can we please refrain from talking to people within the Fox Life family or in our groups about any other business opportunities and things like that, okay? We need to feel safe within our Fox Life family that we're not going to be propositioned about other situations. So just to sort of stop there being an uncomfortableness there as well. So Zoom has really sort of made our lives so much easier. It's been quite lifesaver over this particular COVID time. Social media has flourished, and we've had to adapt or pivot, as the term seems to have been this year. And life is more through screens than it is physical. But oh my God, can you just picture that first party where we're all going to get together and be able to hug and everything else? Oh, I just can't wait. And just to put you in the picture, I'm actually 6'7", just so you're ready for that when you see me, okay? Now then, there's a couple of points I want to raise. I've been in contact with head office a lot this week, and I'm going to try and do a little quick sort of newsy session at the start of these training sessions, if that's okay. So the first thing is, I had a situation this week where one of my new associates had an order placed, supposedly on a website, but it didn't appear there. Turns out it had gone elsewhere because that person had looked at somebody else's website before, or the main website before she'd looked at this particular girl's. So it had gone to there. Our phone's unfortunately a bit too smart for their own good, and it sends you back to things that you've been on before. So get customers to clear their cookies and cache in their browsing history on their laptops and phones. And it's good for us as associates to do that regularly too. I found out that on one of my browsers I couldn't access something in the back office, but once I'd cleared all my history, it let me back in. So just something to be aware of. Another thing that the office have frequent calls about is associates who say that they can't access the customer promotions. Funny that. It's a customer promotion. So it means somebody being a customer on your website. Now, I'm not saying that you can't go and place an order under somebody within your household who will have a different email address, okay? That will work. They're not in your business, so they can buy something as a customer, okay? So that's the kind of way around it if you want to do that. Now, we have got a corporate call this Friday. Hopefully you've all seen the email and registered for that. Hopefully we've got some exciting news there. Now, what I do want to just point out to is that because we logistically are a smaller business and further away than America and Canada are to each other, it does mean that we do have different levels of stock. We don't have as many different sort of sock patterns. We've got these lovely sleeves that last week North America had a corporate call about. We didn't get that corporate call, so we assume then that we're not going to get those at this time. Now that might change, and maybe Friday's call might say otherwise. But I think we just have to all be aware that the UK do not always have exactly the same things as Canada and America. Okay, so I've chatted with Terry on this, and hopefully we're going to be able to, across sort of launch kits and things like that, because practitioners coming in the UK, we don't have launch kits for practitioners in the UK because they're all over the £200 value. And if you join an MLM in the UK, you can't spend more than £200 in the first 7 days. So it's all those little things like that we just need to have it clear on the handbook and in the back office that it's UK only or US and Canada only. So just bear that in mind. We all need to know because we're cross-sponsoring into those countries, but we do just need to be aware that things are not always exactly the same. The testimonial page on Facebook. We started, a UK one was started earlier this year. We've taken the decision, there was a number of people have taken the decision, and I know certainly Terry's mentioned it as well. We don't need 2 testimonial pages. It doesn't matter what accent somebody is talking or where they live, the stories are still all amazing, and we want to have the whole experience of all of them. So we're going to stop accepting posts on the UK version. So if you've got any testimonials in the UK version, move them across to the main testimonial page, so we're all just in one place. We're trying to reduce all the places that what's that, Joe? And the new ones are in Canada, not the US. They're selling out. Right, okay, that's regarding the sleeves. Okay, so they've been so popular, they're selling out there as well. Okay, so sometimes Canada's not the same as America either. But yeah, the testimonial page, if you can move them across to the original page, that would be great. And hopefully we can get through people on there. Now, I've also heard this evening, actually, that we will be getting digital versions of the UK literature in our back office, which is great because we haven't had them. We can go along and on our overview widget where it's got commonly used links, you'll see a merchandising link there, and that's where we can get our trifold brochures and merchandise and things there. And actually pretty reasonable prices for if you only want short runs of things. So that's great if you want the physical bit, but sometimes we might be out and about and we might want to think, well, what was that in the business opportunity brochure? It means we can now, well, hopefully very soon, thanks to Terry and a bit of a chat from me, hopefully we can just jump onto the back office and we'll be able to access the UK versions of that as well, which is fantastic. Okay. So really it's a case of, on that note, I'm going to hand over to a good friend of mine, sister in this business, and we've got the same upline, Marion Firth, she's on here tonight. We've known each other for over 12 years within different businesses, and I think it's very much about gaining those relationships and communications. And we probably speak daily, our highs and our lows, and it helps us from feeling alone, which sometimes in this business we can. And I appreciate that there might be a few of you out there who are feeling a bit alone at the moment with current sort of restructure of, rejigging and certain people now not being in the business. I think people may be at a crossroads where they're feeling, who do I reach out to? Who can I go and talk to? And what I would say is read the signs, look at the data, and reach out to somebody. And if that person doesn't know who to speak to, we certainly know a man who can, okay? So we can certainly get that information, okay? We don't want anybody to feel alone at this time and not know sort of who you can go and speak to. We can cross-network and do all sorts of things, and that's a great thing with social media, and I know Hayley's going to be covering this. So really, I think that's all I wanted to sort of cover on there. So I'm going to pass over to Hayley. She's going to signpost on how to utilise social media to your advantage and start making those connections with potential users of our tech and sharing Jay's vision. So I'm going to hand over to you, Hayley.
Wow, Joe, what an introduction. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. It's all a load of anyway. So thank you very much, Joe, for starting this off. And social media, it's just gone mad, hasn't it? And I'd just like to say thank you all so much for joining us. I really appreciate it, especially our foreign friends or our overseas friends. But I just wanted to say for our UK guys, we're always hearing about DMO. Now, hopefully you all know by now it's called Daily Method of Operation, right? However, if you Google it, Joe and I have discovered that it's actually, what is it, Joe?
Debt Management Office or something like that. UK government. Yeah, everywhere. DMO, debt management.
So we're not into Debt Management Office, okay? We're not, all right? We're into Daily Method of Operation. Now, I'm just going to say something because I see it everywhere, and we all see it everywhere on MLM, and we see it in all sorts of places. And you write down your method of what you want to do every day. Now, personally, if I was to write down every single thing that I needed to do in a day, I would probably write about 15 to 20 sheets. And then I would beat myself up by the end of the day when I haven't done it. So what I tend to do is, since my accident, some days I have good, some days I have bad. So on my good days, I do lots. But on my bad days, I just minimise it myself to 10-minute sections, okay? So, for instance, When I get up, I might do 10 minutes of commenting on Facebook to all the people that are on my news feed or anything that is relevant, you know, that I want to talk, oh, wow, how are you feeling? And, you know, connecting with people. 10 minutes of reaching out to somebody, you know, oh, hi, I haven't spoken to you in a while, how are you doing? But not talking about our products. This is just a connection, okay? And this is something that I'm going to go through quite briefly, but I'm going to go through it because I know I haven't got much time, and those that know me know I like a chat.
All right, so there we're at our 10 minutes. Interesting that we're looking at that training where they're also talking about 10-minute segments. So if you want to transition from a hobby to a business, you need to add this into your day, right? And it doesn't have to be specifically the way I do it, but you need to be investing time in your business every day if you want it as a business. If you want it as a hobby, then treat it as a hobby, and that's fine as long as you're helping people and reaching out to me when you need me. However you want to do this is fine. But for those of you who want to do it as a business, which I know there are many, this is the first step. So remember, we started with 2 testimonials. We spent 10 minutes looking at training. Let's do 10 minutes of writing about anything. Just sit pen to paper, set a timer, just write for 10 minutes. If you don't know what to write, ask questions. You can write about whatever, your story, whatever, who you're going to call this weekend, what you're going to talk to them about, whatever you want to write about. And it doesn't have to be about anything specific. Just let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. That's how your brain works. And then make sure you're reaching out to 2 customers. Check in. How are they? How are they doing? What are they up to? How are they feeling? Do they have their socks on? Important question. And then you want to reach out to 2 people that you know would benefit from this tech but haven't tried it yet. All right. Enjoy your day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.